Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Tech Talk. I'm your host, Jeff Hootselle, Chief Cloud Officer with Auditmacs. So Tech Talk is a show where we talk about some of the new and most exciting things happening in technology today. We also talk about the people that are behind those movements. Today we are very lucky to have Tracy Dixon with Centric Consulting on the show. So Tracy, thanks so much for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
So I had you on the show today. I know you've got some exciting stuff coming up. You've actually got a talk you're going to be having at the Tech Coast Conference on August 21st. And probably one of the most exciting topics I've been looking forward to hearing about, which is about robotics and really robotic process automation.
Yes.
So I know you're a self-proclaimed robot junkie.
Yes,
so
I am. Yes, I am.
So tell us what you'll be talking about.
So the talk is called Botify Your Life. It is about how robots are fundamentally going to shift how we all work. So by the time your children work in the future, they will be doing so much less of the rote, boring stuff that you don't want to do anyway, right, and much more meaningful work. And that all of us can actually incorporate them, even newbies, into our everyday life now for free.
Yeah, I mean, as a technology junkie, right, it's always exciting to talk about new tech and things like that. But I know there is an element of folks that are nervous about it and kind of saying, hey, well, this is cool, but is this going to take my job away? They see things like the Amazon Go's store they've got where it's the cashierless.
Right.
Grocery store. I was in a grocery store the other day, and there was a robot going around that was actually cleaning up messes, like spills and things in the aisle.
Right.
Which it was a little weird to see at first when the robot turns the corner and comes down the aisle, but pretty cool at the same time. So what do you see with that? So people that are nervous about, is a robot going to take my job or replace what I do? How would you kind of answer that?
So I would say that a robot is going to improve your job. There are plenty of things, nobody enjoys an expense report or logging into something and doing a report every day. For me, it was logging in and grabbing kids' grades for 4 kids, times that many subjects gather their information every day. People just don't enjoy that type of work. So robots can do those types of things and then leave humans to do things that you really need a human brain for.
Yeah, so you see a robot really accompanying somebody on the job and assisting them, almost, as a bad example, maybe like the Siri or the Alexa type thing, but on steroids a little bit. So,
right.
Yeah.
They can be, it doesn't have to be the most basic, simplistic things. There can be business rules involved, but a robot is just doing the keystrokes and the mouse clicks that you would do otherwise, and typically focused on the work that you really don't want to be doing. So it will help you to separate that stuff out and to do stuff that you enjoy doing. We typically see attrition rates get a lot better when a robot becomes involved. So it's just the opposite.
Yeah, we've seen that with some customers that have contact center environments, and they're starting to use bots or AI and things like that to help coach along, not so much replace agents, but coach them along as they're trying to give good responses and help customers faster and things like that. So, and you guys are doing some stuff at Centric in kind of real life. This isn't just stuff we're talking about future, 2001 type, Space Odyssey type stuff.
Right.
This is happening today. So what kind of stuff are you doing at Centric that plays into this?
So the most recent project that I did was with hospice patients that are newly qualifying for hospice at the end of life. The typical human process, even with people, very keen on doing things as quickly as possible, averaged about 9 minutes.
Okay.
When a hospital contacted them to say, hey, we need hospice help here, and for them to say, yes, we can help you, and then start to work to get that patient help. With a robot involved in that process, the average was 3 to 5 seconds. So someone at the hospital is still sitting in their chair when they get that help is on the way. Ultimately, we are then faster to bedside, much faster than we could have been otherwise. There's a whole bunch of process after that, charting and so on, but we are much more quickly able to help people at their bedside now, and there's not a lot of time there. So that's really important work.
Yeah, I mean, serving patients is always a big thing. I know healthcare is obviously ripe for opportunity for this. Are there other industries and fields you see would be kind of on the forefront of where they're really going to be able to take advantage of this?
So really, every company has things that, you want help with process-wise that are not, the best use of human knowledge. So it really covers all industries. Probably the 2 biggest areas that we see tend to be insurance, healthcare, but any company that has an HR or shared services or that type of thing, financials, which is really every company, it's across the board.
So you're your mother. You have 4 kids?
I am.
4 kids, right? And I know you're an educator as well. You have a background as you're working at colleges and things like that. So if you were talking to your kids or somebody that's younger coming up in technology today, in terms of this field, what would your advice be to them if they want to get started in it or learn more about it? How'd you even start?
So there are free tools out there. UiPath is actually the leading vendor. It's UiPath. Their software is free, so you can go download it at any time. You can then go through their academy completely free. There are so many people that want this type of work. We have to cross-train folks that we have existing. There's a huge demand for this. So I would say go out there, as you start to learn, you consider the things that, are not the best use of your time. Going and pulling this every week or looking this up
Sure.
or sifting through email or whatever. Get some hands-on experience. You can get a free certification even if you really have an interest in it, but you can automate simple things in your own personal life without having to do any really intensive stuff. So I would say go out there and
Cool.
grab the knowledge.
And then for folks in business that are wanting to see how they could take advantage of this, I know Centric Consulting, you guys get a big shop in doing this. How can they find out more about you guys and what you do?
So they can contact us at CentricConsulting.com. We have lots of different case studies, lots of different information. We typically sit with clients and talk about the good candidates, start out with some type of proof of concept, something simple, show them some demos, get your mind wrapped around the possibilities, and then it just explodes from
I would
there.
imagine those are fun conversations, sitting down and just talking to people about what's possible and what they can do. So it's got to be a great job, and it sounds like you're passionate about it.
Oh, it is. I have a list this long just for my personal stuff. So yes, for sure.
That's very cool. Well, thanks so much for coming on. I know we're really excited to hear your talk on the stage of the conference. So
Thank you.
If you haven't signed up yet, got your ticket to the Tech Coast conference, I would say go out and get them. You don't want to miss Tracy's speech. But thanks so much for being on the show today. We appreciate it. And thank you guys for joining. We'll hope to see you next time.